Hello, Creative Gems. Welcome to Creativity. Today I bring you three easy and very affordable modern room decor projects that can be completed in a few minutes with just a couple of dollars. And if you would like to make these yourself, I will list out all the materials. You can also visit my blog site at creativity.com for all the details, including tips and tricks and links to where you may purchase similar materials. To begin, I will show you the materials I used for the first project, which I call floating rings. First, we will need a few book rings, the same that students typically use to keep their homework and papers together. We will also need a base. I chose to use the plastic lid cover of one of the Crystal Gems containers that I got from the dollar store. If you don't have any or prefer something else, you could also make your own base using Jenga blocks, which can also be found at the Dollar Tree. For embellishments, I will be using some medium-sized acrylic gems. As per usual, this project will require some glue. You can use hot glue for instant hold, or you can also use some Fix-All, which I find is much more invisible, although it takes longer to dry. To make the floating rings, attach a few rings together. Once you have the desired number of rings, apply some glue to the bottom of one so you can attach it to the base. Once the glue dries, you can start placing glue in other areas of the rings to form the desired floating shape. To add some extra bling, I have used some glue to place an acrylic gem to the center of the base. This step is optional, but I prefer the extra glam. And with that final step, our first project is done. If you place your floating rings on a fireplace mantle or on a table, your guests will wonder how those rings are able to defy gravity. They won't know your secret until they inspect your floating rings up close. It will become a great conversation piece. For the second project, we will make what I call lightning bulb. We will need an empty spool that ribbons usually come with. In addition, we will need a Christmas ornament, one of those that is round and see-through. For embellishments, we will be using some silver diamond wrap and a string of silver necklace beads. We will also need a LED string of lights. They sell similar ones at the Dollar Tree, but the one I have on hand was purchased from eBay since I bought a supply of them in bulk. And finally, we will have felt pads to place at the bottom of the spool. I will show you later why. As per usual, this project will also require some white glue and some hot glue. To begin, measure out the diamond wrap and cut a piece to wrap around the neck of the spool. I then use some white glue to adhere the diamond wrap to the spool. The white glue will dry clear. At one end of the spool, we will wrap some silver necklace beads around the base of the spool using some hot glue. The next step is to take the Christmas ornament and remove the insert from the mouth. Then apply some glue to the rim and adhere it to the top of the spool, making sure it is centered. Once the glue has adhered, apply a string of silver necklace beads around the neck. If you want, you can choose to continue applying more strings of silver beads necklace around the surface of the spool top until the entire surface is covered by silver beads. The final step is to feed the string of LED lights through the neck of the spool where there is an opening at one end. Feed as much of the string of lights into the ball of the Christmas ornament. You may need to use a long stick or chopstick to help guide the string of lights through the spool into the ball. Once done, you should be left with just the switch where you can turn the string of LED lights on and off. A bit of the string plus the on-off switch will need to lay exposed on your table. To ensure your light bulb is sturdy when placed on the table, we will apply some felt padding to the bottom of the spool. This is so the lightning bulb is raised above the table surface just enough to expose the leftover string and the on-off switch without causing an imbalance to the structure when sitting on a table. With that done, our lightning bulb is complete. I ended up making a couple since I had supplies. For our final project, I call it Floating Ball. We will require one round ceramic shape. Dollar Tree sells them in black and as well as in white. We will also need a small wreath form. Mine is painted silver. We will also need a round plastic bowl and some acrylic gems. The Dollar Tree and Dollarama sells them in a variety of sizes, so you can choose whichever size you prefer. We will also need a string of LED lights, and for embellishments, we will use some crystal gem stickers. We will start by decorating the wreath form by lining the wreath form wiring with gem stickers. We will continue doing this until the entire wiring is covered in gem stickers. Next, we will pour some acrylic gems into the plastic bowl. Then unwind the LED string of lights and place it inside, spreading the string of lights as desired. Make sure you leave the on-off switch to hang outside the bowl. Next, place the wreath form on top of the bowl, ensuring it is centered. Then place the ceramic sphere into the bowl. It will lay perfectly on top of the wreath form, but from afar it will look like it is floating in the bowl. As the final step, turn on the string of LED lights. The light hitting against the crystal gems inside the bowl will give the entire bowl a glowing, shimmering look. Well, Creative Gems, our 3 modern and glam room decor projects are complete. I had so much fun making these and I hope you will too. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload another DIY glam project. I hope to see you all soon.